Hey guys, Chris Via here, JB Goodwin Realtors, and we're back with some more Hump Day Help tips. Well, navigating the market as a buyer right now is incredibly crazy. From a realtor perspective, it's always important that you find a realtor that can help you put forth the best offer possible, but it's not just up to you and your realtor, it's also up to your lender. And so today I've invited back Christian Peter Chacon with Sente Mortgage, the Chacon team, and we're going to talk a little bit today about how, from a loan perspective, your offer can really stand above the rest. So Christian Peter, what are some ways that lenders can really make a strong offer out there in the midst of a multiple offer situation so that theirs is chosen?
Yeah, it's a really good question. It's super important, like you said, in today's market. So we get asked this often. So here are a couple things that I try to remind everybody who's looking to buy a house right now. The most important thing we think is think with the end in mind, right? You really think that it's important for you to get started early and to make sure you do everything with your lender, right? Don't just submit an application, turn in all the docs they request, right? Start to meet with them early, talk about the terms, what you are interested in, right? Do you want to do 15, FHA, conventional, so on, right? That way, when the time comes, you have all your questions already answered. And when you find that right house, there's no delays in saying, well, I didn't understand something or I didn't have all my answers right. So start early, right? And make sure you do everything and get fully pre-approved. The second thing is choose the right lender, right? I know that may be number one for a lot of people, but choosing the right lender is important. Local is really great. Credit unions and banks are great. They serve their purpose a lot of times, but in a market like today, it's really hard to work with a company that's going to put you inside of a box, which a lot of times banks and credit unions do. So a local lender that can really help you and also be available for you, right? Personalize custom game plans for you, scenarios for you, but also be available in the evenings, the weekends, right? Quickly getting you estimates or pre-approval letters to match your offer is really important in a market like today. One of the other things that we think is really important is writing up a smart contract, right? It's not just on the lender, it's not just on you, it's also how do we write up a contract that's appealing to the seller, right? And so things like shorting the contingency periods, the third-party financing, making it a little bit shorter, which again is important to get qualified early. We talked about that. Also, speed wins in this time, right? The faster you can close, the faster you are willing to navigate the option period, the better you'll look for, from the seller's perspective. We didn't talk about this much beforehand, but even appraisals, right? So if you have a little bit of cash extra, being willing to offer a good offer and maybe even say, there's a place in there that you can say, I'm willing for it to price a little bit less than my offer price if you've got the cash. It's not for everybody. Lastly is be real, right? So your lender can make a phone call to the seller or the seller's agent on your behalf, talking about how well qualified you are. And in today, it's not just numbers. A lot of times it's about humanizing an offer, right? They just see numbers, but sometimes we can talk about, hey, this is an awesome teacher who's really excited to buy their first home for their family. So a couple tips that hopefully are helpful for you and your buyers.
Awesome. Thank you, Christian Peter. We've got one more topic to talk about next week with Christian Peter, so we'll look forward to that. But until then, this is Chris Via with JB Goodwin Realtors, Christian Peter Chacon with Sente Mortgage. We'll see you back next week with some more Hump Day Help tips.